thought is composite and mixed supply. Composites and mixed supply of GST are one of the most important kind of supplies which we need to learn. In the last video, we learned about the time of supply as well as the place of supply, the time and place of supply. Today, we are going to learn about composite and mixed supplies. We have learned three important schedule of GST, schedule 1, 2, and in today's lecture, we will be studying about schedule 3, which is neither goods nor services. There are some things in business which are not even treated as goods, they are not even treated as services. Like services by an employee to the employer in the course of or in relation to the employment, right? When an employee is rendering any kind of services in relation to the employment, such kind of services what he is rendering, that is the part of his job. It is neither called as goods nor it is treated as services under GST. Though you are rendering or giving some services, but for that you have been hired and you have been paid some salary or amount as the consideration. So those things are not considered as services in GST. Similarly, services by any court or tribunal established under any law for the time being in force. Okay, so the court has told that these special category of services in the time being force are not services. So we can't count those particular services which the court or tribunal or some of the authorities, legal authorities, which are established under any of the following law are not called as services. Similarly, the functions performed by the member of parliament, member of state legislature, member of panchayat, member of municipalities, and member of other local authorities. So the functions, whatever they are doing, like a parliament member, state legislature, member of panchayat, municipalities, or local authorities, that is the part of their duty they are doing. It is not the any kind of services they are rendering. We have been voting for those people, like for the member of legislative assembly, member of panchayat, member of parliament, MP, MLA. Those people are elected representatives among the people. So that is their duty. They have to do it. They are not giving any kind of services, right? It is not treated as services under GST. We can't tell that what the services what they are giving us, those are services under GST. That services might be different, that services might be related to some political or social services, but under GST those services are not considered. Similarly, the duties performed by any person who holds any post in the pursuance of the provision of the constitution in that capacity. Okay, if any person is bound to perform that duty who holds any post or a pursuance of the provision of the constitution in that capacity, like a judge is there in the court, whether a district court, high court, or a supreme court. Now a judge, his duty is what? He has to give you a decision, right? He has to tell what is correct, what is wrong, judgment he has to give you. That is his duty. He is not giving you any kind of services as per GST. Services is there, his duties as per services, but as per GST he is bound to perform his duty. Similarly, a police officer, you go, a PSI, police officer, he is performing his duty, right? He will catch the criminals, he will catch the thieves, he is performing his duty. That particular service is what he is performing, that is not considered under GST. That service is different. Similarly, the duty performed by any person as a chairperson or a member of a director in the body established the central government or the state government or local authority, and who is not deemed as the employee before the commencement of the clause. Okay, any person who has been a chairperson, a chairman of, or a member or a director of a body established by the central government or a state government, if he is rendering any services, who has been a member, who has been a chairperson or a director or a body established, now such person, if he is rendering any services, that thing is not considered as services under GST. Similarly, services for funeral, burial, crematory or mortuary, including transportation of the deceased, right? Now there are so many services which are related to funeral. Some person will die, like somebody will render some services like free ambulance services, vehicle services, crematory services, mortuary services, burial services. So various activities they are doing. Those all things even are not generally considered as, particularly including even transportation of diseases, are not considered as services under GST. Sale of land and subject to clause B of a paragraph 5 of schedule 2, which is sale of building, which is even not considered as services. Actionable claims other than lottery, betting and gambling. Actionable claims means you have given the loan and you are liable to get that amount from the outsider or creditor. Such kind of things are called as actionable claims. You have performed your action. For your action, you need to get some claim for the outsiders. So such even all kind of actionable claims other than lottery, betting and gambling. So those even things are not considered as schedule services as per schedule number 3. This explanation for the purpose of paragraph 2, the term court includes the court, whatever the word is there, it includes the district court, high court or supreme court. Court in the sense it can be any kind of court, whether it is a district court which is there in the city of Bijapur, high court, right, which is there in Bangalore, or supreme court which is there in Delhi. So all category of court are included as a paragraph 2, the court includes. Now the next term as per section 8, it says about composite or mixed supply. The tax liability on a composite or mixed supply shall be determined in the following manners, namely, the tax liability will be different for composite supply as well as for mixed supply. The tax liability is totally different. In case of composite supply, comprises 2 or more supplies, one of which is a principal supply, shall be treated as a supply of such principal supply. Right? In case of composite supply, you are supplying 2 particular things, or 2 or more, maybe 3 supplies, 4 supplies you're doing. In those all kind of supplies, one supply is a principal supply, and the remaining other supply are the subsidiary supplies. While in mixed supply, it comprises 2 or more supplies, shall be treated as a supply of that particular supply which attracts the highest rate of the tax. Right? Here you are mixing all the categories of supply, and these all supply will attract the highest rate of tax, will be treated as a supply of the particular supply only. Right? All the supply together will be treated as a particular supply. Why? Because to attract the highest rate of tax. So such supply is called as mixed supply under GST. Now the principal supply. What do you mean by that principal supply? Which is said in section 2 subsection 90 of CGST Act of 2017. It means the supply of goods or services which constitutes the predominant elements of the composite supply, and to which any other supply forming the part of the composite supply is ancillary. Right? It means the supply of goods or services which constitute the predominant element of composite supply. Right? It is a part of the predominant element of composite supply, and here also which any other supply forming the part of composite supply is ancillary or subsidiary kind of thing. Such kind of supply we generally talk about the thing called as principal supply. Now composite supply means supply made by a taxable person to a recipient consisting of 2 or more taxable supplies of goods or services, or both, or any combination thereof, which are naturally bundled and supplied in the conjunction with each other in the ordinary course of business, one of which is the principal supply. Here 2 or 3 or 4 supplies together, it will be bundled at one particular supply. Right? One supply is there, with that one another supply will be included, with that some other supply will be included, and then naturally it is going to become a bundle, and those all bundled supply you are going to give it to some recipient. Such kind of supply which is said as per section 2 subsection 30 of CGST Act of 2017. If you see the illustration, where goods are packed and transported with insurance. The supply of goods, right here, what all things are included? Supply of goods, packing materials, transport and insurance is a composite supply, and supply of goods is the principal supply, right? As we see in this illustration, what is the principal supply here? The principal supply is supply of goods. That is the main thing we are doing business for. We want goods, we are supplying the goods. But apart from goods, what other things we are supplying? We are supplying we are supplying various things. Supply of goods is there. Packing materials, we are not just supplying goods, we are packing them in a better manner. Packaging we are doing. So when you do that packing material, it is also a kind of supply, right? Similarly, transport and insurance, you are also providing transportation from Bijapur to Gulbarga, from Bijapur to Maharashtra or some other places. That transportation and insurance, that is also a supply. So here three supplies are included at one place: supply of goods, packing materials, transport and insurance. So this is called as a composite supply. And supply of goods is what? Your main purpose is supplying the goods. Your main purpose is not making any packing materials, transportation, insurance. Those all things are subsidiary kind of things. It will be attached to the supply of goods, right? You will be getting addition. So supply of goods is a principal supply and remaining things are subsidiary kind of supply. Well, let us see about mixed supply. Mixed supply is said in section 2, subsection 74. It means two or more individual supplies of goods or services or any combination thereof made in conjunction with each other by the taxable person for a single price, where such supply does not constitute a composite supply. You have to read that line which has been written in a blue color. A single price where such supply does not constitute a composite supply. Single price is there, but where the supply does not constitute a composite supply. Like, take an illustration. A supply of package consisting of canned foods, sweet chocolates, cakes, dry fruits, right? Then aerated drinks, fruit juice, when supply for a single 26, right? You have ordered like some 26 supplied for a 26 kind of products. In that 26 products, these all things are included, right? The canned foods are there, sweets are there, chocolates are there, cake is there, dry fruits are there, aerated drinks are there, fruit juice is there. So now these all things, when even those are different supplies, goods or services, but single price will be paid. We are not paying separate price. Like, we are for canned food, sweet chocolates, cakes, we will make a subtotal of it. Whatever total will come, like some 50,000 rupees, at one shot you will paying 50,000 rupees. The bill will not be separate. Like in composite supply, transportation you are paying separate, packing you are paying separate, insurance you are paying separate. So separate thing was there, but though it was bundled at one particular product or services. Here at one single price where such supply does not constitute a composite supply, we call merely it is as a mixed supply, which is said in section 2, subsection 74.